Get like a whole box of the glove bracelets. Good idea.
See if get the gloves. This is all the stuff, but that's all they had in this little rack.
So like for July 4th, you guys have like bracelets, would we just want to like hand it out to the general public, make it to where it's like very festive, or would we assume that people are getting those?
No, I think having them there either for sale or just to hand out.
Like glove bracelets.
Mhm.
Yeah. Let's do like $1 bracelet.
That's like the cutest part of every year, seeing all the Amish
Mhm.
kids sat down there in their Amish clothes because they have on the glow bracelets.
Well, I'm off tomorrow, so if, how many bracelets do you
Yeah,
guys?
we only have 3 of these.
How many think we'll need?
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
We were supposed to have at least one special guest, and then the other guest. Okay.
Real quick, do we have a census for how many people usually attend fireworks display on the 4th?
That would probably be the best person to ask, like,
Who?
Clinton or Tim. But Clinton knows that, I don't know, I don't have a guesstimation.
It's a lot. It was a lot last year.
It was a lot.
But historically, it has never failed people every single time.
If you get any preparation for the front of the stage.
We have some, we do have those. I did buy the vinyl sign for the front of the stage, and that will be available tomorrow. I'm having Liza to pick it up.
I was gonna say, I've got a 10-foot 1 by 20 inch, if you want that. Otherwise, I'll use it at home, so.
Where would you want to decorate?
Pardon?
Where would you want to put it on the stage?
Well, I'll just say, because it's like a truck bed, right?
Mhm.
Just like around on the.
Hello.
Down below. Just. Curtain.
Same.
Could we get like some poles and like put it like in the back of the stage, so it's like behind everybody?
Oh, this is just a banner that would go.
Oh,
on the
okay.
bottom,
Okay.
so that it kind of hide the wheels.
Okay.
So, you know, if you got the truck bed here, this would kind of go along with the edge.
Good idea. Okay. No, I think we'll take it. Oh,
I want to go high because I don't want to hit your.
you just ruined my career's potential football.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah, they have us all the time. So, yeah.
How am I supposed to say?
Okay.
How many people were in the car? How many people were in the car show?
Currently signed up 80.
What did you tell me earlier?
That's the
Okay.
Yeah, it's gone up since then.
You got 80 cars.
80 total between cars and bikes.
Okay.
But some of that's an estimate, because I have some that submitted multiple times by accident, and I have some that put, motorcycle, 6 of them.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that's about averaging out. But we're averaging 10 new signups every single day. And we've already gotten almost that today, and it's still been work hours. Most of these guys are signing up past like 7, 8 o'clock.
Let's just throw it up there.
Numbers.
Yeah, it's 13,
roughly, yeah.
which is fine. We didn't really want a whole ton of vendors anyways.
We had one back out. It was someone that sold wreaths. They had a family emergency. And I was okay, so I just let it go.
What
Is-
about the one that may or may not have insurance to cancel?
Yes. Actually, what was weird is that I sent them a message and they sent me a counter message saying, "Oh, I don't think we'll be able to come. We can't come this year." I'm like, "Why are you? I just told you. I sent you the message, common courtesy, because on their Facebook they still had it listed that they were going to show up. Like they were well intended on showing up. Yeah, they had 30 people interested in the bike event or whatever going to show up here. So I'm like,
Wow.
"Oh, you didn't get." No, okay.
That's a good.
Welcome to my world.
So also just want to remind the board that we have a special guest here. Would you like to reintroduce yourself for those who may not?
Yeah.
We know which one, we know which one, we know each other.
This is Casey. Casey's.
Casey, hi.
I'm kind of a special guest too. Drug me out because I'm not on tours now.
Okay, well, we know you.
Yeah, we know this.
This is your second time, you were on special the first.
Right, oh, okay.
So we're gonna have I invited Diane because there's been a lot of discussion for countless weeks, and there's been qualms and discussions and any other label that you wanna put on something that involves communication between people regarding the pocket park and the placement of the statue. And so I think I reminded the board before, for those of you who don't know, Lana Wallace, I pronounced her name correctly.
I think so.
Okay, she called and, from my understanding, she was supposed to be here, but I don't understand she would be able to make it. But she, gave me a very, okay, yeah, because she does have a walker. She gave me a really interesting backstory about the Pocket Park and, went over like a brief history and kind of some stuff, like what she was a part of it, and how she was involved and stuff like that. And I actually never heard her perspective before. I only ever actually talked to her one time, I think, maybe in my life. I've talked to Tom the mayor a couple times in the past, but not her. So she gave me a good explanation. And I thought, okay, well, she was very pro statue, but she said she's just concerned about the location of Pocket Park for the statue, if that is to be a permanent location. And I thought, okay, well, in the process of that, I want to get Diane's input as well, because she also has a lot of events that go on throughout the year, but I do know that you do Christmas related activities. It's very well known throughout the community that you do there. And I just thought it would be good to have her come and listen to us and listen to her and just kind of see if we can figure something out. So
I was trying to.
He has arms and a head left. So he's almost done. 12 hours a day.
Hairy beast.
The Harry's, yeah.
Hand bending every piece.
Nice.
It's coming along really well.
I'm excited that
Have you
you're
lost
going
20
to
pounds?
do it.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. I took a picture of him to do the sneak peek, and he was like, "Can I look that soon?" And I'm like, "Yeah, bro, you are skin tea right now. Like you're out there sweating all day and welding and bending metal and everything else, and you're sustaining on 2 bologna sandwiches." Yes, you're skinny.
Yeah. It was in Timberlake. I
Yeah,
get it, yeah.
yeah, water weight foods. He
Yeah.
does not know her. Well,
Yeah, Chase and I talked a little bit yesterday, and I am excited about Momo because Louisiana is known for Momo. Why they never picked up on that and did something with it years ago, it has always been my question since the day I moved.
Right.
There's a song, a Momo song. There's all kinds of articles, magazines, all kinds of stuff you can do with Momo. I am concerned about putting it in the 4th Street Pocket Park though, because that's where Christmas is centered.
Right.
With the Christmas tree, as you well know. I
Yeah.
always ask you and your husband to babysit it for me.
Yeah.
And also along with that is we have the businesses that decorate the windows. If they can't decorate, we decorate them for them.
Right.
And that has brought in a tremendous amount of tourism. So if you're talking, if you're worried about tourism and you're talking about tourism, why cut yourself off at the knees by stopping a possible, putting a Momo in the park and then we'll kick the tree.
Well, and on that, our thought is we will hand sew Momo a giant Santa hat if you will wrap him in Christmas lights. We would love for him to be a part of that Christmas decoration.
Yeah.
We do know that Christmas brings in a lot of tourism. We're looking at the other 49 weeks out of the year that park is doing nothing.
Yes.
And by putting him there, that gets people off of both highways. It gets them into town. It gets them seeing those businesses in May, in August, in all these times that nobody else comes off 54 and comes off 79. It gets them at least 2 blocks in where that bulk of historic downtown is. And either, okay, they saw historic downtown, they turn right back up Fifth and they leave town forever. Or if they're a me driver, they don't feel comfortable driving down a residential street in a town they don't know, and they drive all the way down Georgia because it'll take them right back to 54. And so that's what we're looking at it as, is it's that other 49 weeks out of the year.
It seems like with that square, if there ought to be some way that we could maybe put, this is Georgia Street here, unless it's.
Fourth Street.
Right there. But you put Momo up front, Momo and that. That way people see the Christmas tree in this direction, this direction, and this direction. But when the Christmas tree is there, then they see Momo back behind it. The fountain, to me, that could be moved to this lot that's next door to us. Or it could be, I think the lot next door would probably be the best place. I would still like to see if we put Momo back on that corner, we put a Christmas tree back here. It'd be really nice to have two smaller windows that are like 10 or 12 feet diameter on opposite corners. So that people can come in. But I think that's a beautiful size. I don't see where it can't be.
I was thinking the lot over here would be the best spot for the moment. Because then you could also put up your, some kind of literature talking about the history of Momo. Put up the Momo song in a, in some kind of a board, you always see those display boards.
Right.
And then, you can do a gazebo over here, make it its own entity as opposed to having to share it with something else. And make it a draw because small signs around the community can point to the Momo statue.
And I know there has been talk of it going over here. There's also concern though that that lot is raised. That's more potential for people to get hurt, get close to the edge.
It's flat ground at the back, so.
Right, it is something that's been brought up.
The real great thing about work is that if you're bringing people in to stop and they see Momo, they're right there where the business is.
Mhm.
Whereas if they're over here, they're on
Right, they're gonna keep passing right.
the idea is that we want to stop. And then after that, of course, put something to draw people in. And like I said, I don't think it has to be exclusive of this one. That's what that's it ought to be okay, but that's a fairly decent sized variance that we could have in multiple purposes. And the other thing is having it multiple purposes at one place is that people are lazy, they don't want to walk, they don't, if it's all in one place, it's like, hey, one stop shop, so they get to, they get to see the full Christmas tree, Christmas season. And again, because Christmas tree being out front in that diagonal or that square,
Right.
That's going to put the Christmas tree definitely the center of attention for Christmas season.
Mhm.
And need be, you could even put a little bit of a mound of dirt so that it makes it come up a little bit higher. But then the rest of the year, it's not there. I mean, you realize that's why that little mound of dirt there is. That's why it's there. You just, hey, the dirt's a little bit higher there. And
we are working on making him seasonal if we can, because he is holding a sign. So that's something that we can swap out a banner on his sign with just a quick vinyl. And then if possible, he's working on it, that we could pull that sign out, put a candy cane in his hand. Come spring, pull the sign out, put big flowers, back to school time, do a toy driver on it, put a big pencil in his hand. There you go.
There you go.
that was a problem, 7 feet tall.
So that's a solid number.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Who would be responsible for the maintenance of the statue?
I mean, Trey, I guess, what maintenance are you speaking to?
Would that be like an honorary maintenance, or would the city pay him? Like how would that?
What type of maintenance are you
Like
speaking
if it starts to rust and something happens and needs to be touched up or something, or maybe a car accident or something.
Yeah, that would be up to Trey.
Okay. So it would never be city owned.
That I don't know.
Okay.
But I mean, I would assume as the artist,
Mhm.
any repairs that need to be done would also go back to the artist.
So is it possible it'd be kind of like an honorary thing, like we call this, but if we have this up, we have to prepare it kind of thing?
Maybe. I
They're
don't
just
know.
curious.
Yeah, I don't know. I would just assume that he wouldn't want somebody else repairing his toy,
Right,
his prized possession.
his baby.
Yeah,
Right.
you know,
And then I have a question to ask you, Diana. So, I can't really get to the bottom of this, and this is like just in my own mind, but I've looked at lots of Louisiana, like press journal papers going back 10, 20 years, and I've seen all these ideas about Georgia Street and the Pocket Park. Since I've been here, I've seen a lot of these interesting sketches, and correct me if I'm wrong, like these sketches featuring like a stage of some kind, I guess kind of equivalent to what Bowling Green has in their park. A stage going in the Pocket Park. One person's talking about putting a gazebo there, but I don't know why it doesn't seem like there's any like actionable items that have taken place, and I don't know what the reason is to that.
There was plans at one point to put what do I want to call it? A gazebo style. It wasn't actually a stage, it was just, a sitting area across I call it the green building. I think it still belongs to Allen. But at one time, we had plans to do that. There was funds that were raised that were donated to LMC to do that project. And then, it kind of got dropped. So it was gonna have a little bit of a roundout on the one side and then go across, just to make it look kind of like a porch type area where
Yeah.
people could sit,
Yeah.
that type of thing. It wouldn't have protruded very far out, but big enough, porch area.
Okay.
Yeah, that project got dropped. I don't know why. The money has been sitting in LMC for quite some time for that. There's about $2,000 that, Louisiana Community Government donated to that project. And then there was, about $5,000 that got donated to that project, from other places, organizations, so on and so forth. So that's been sitting in LMC all this time. When the project got dropped, I did request the money to be returned to us so that we could do something else with it and get back to us. But that's not neither here nor there. I'm not here to worry about that.
Diana,
Yes,
if I can ask a question. Wasn't the Victoria Home Tours part of that? We were raising funds. for
Yes.
the deal,
yes,
And so it ended up in the lap of the LLC.
yes,
Oh.
yes.
And you never got it back.
I know I mentioned this, at
Yeah,
my former
that's true.
house in Columbia. I had a gazebo there that was built by Amish. They trucked it in and helped. Half a person truck it. Put it next to my pond. It was a 10-foot diameter gazebo. And I checked on the cost and it was $3,700. Now that was admittedly several years ago. So at the same point in time, if we wanted to, we could check and see about getting something that's pre-built like that. And they'll haul it in and set it for you. I think a couple of it, like I said, think Roma back here, Christmas tree back here, and putting 2 of those gazebos so that people could sit down and, have a picnic or whatever. It might be an idea to look at, but that's not a huge problem.
And how do you feel about the idea about a gazebo still being entertained? Is that something that you?
Well, I'm afraid if we put a Momo in there and a gazebo, and then we've got the Christmas tree, and we have other decorations besides the Christmas tree, then we're gonna get too crowded.
Okay.
If it's a good area, but it's not that big, you know what I'm saying? If we put Momo back in the corner, and then the Christmas trees up front, I think we can work with that. I personally would like to see Momo in its own little atmosphere and not in that park, but that's just my opinion. I can understand the draw for the street, but I think he would also draw. Over here, they would come to the stop sign, look down the street, and make that turn, to come to the business. But that's just, I will tell you, I've been in tourism, messing around with tourism and chamber things and so on and so forth for more than 30 years. So I do have some background in it. you know, every town needs and should have its own little niche. And that's one reason why I always said Momo should have been a part of this community at all. Because it's a draw. I listen to Sirius Radio XM, I listen to 60s music, so I have a guy on the radio in the mornings. And he travels all over the United States and takes selfies with odd, you know, whatever he can find. Whether it be a Dixie cup, you know, and with a straw in it or whatever. And I always thought to myself, if we had a Momo in town, he would come here. We would be national, you know, or where, I mean, he broadcasts everywhere and people listen to him overseas.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think a Momo is definitely something that we should have done a long time ago. I would love to see it. Whether he's over there or over here, you know, I do have a preference of him being over here. Just because I think that park can be very cute with a gazebo and more acclimated to a park setting, but if Momo's in the corner and we still have room for the Christmas tree and the decorations, I think we can work around that.
Yeah, and we still want to see Christmas there.
Yeah.
We
And I-
also,
I don't
We
know
wanna
who's
see more than-
responsible for that fence along there, that wooden fence, but my husband's repaired that 3 times. So
yeah,
I don't know who takes care of that, but that needs to go and be new.
yeah,
Yeah,
I hear conflicting stories of whether that's ours or Al Lynn's or the parks
Yeah.
or.
yeah. My husband just gets out there and fixes it when it starts to break. You know,
Yeah.
around Christmas time, he's like, okay, I'll fix it, and, you know, it won't look so awful.
Yeah,
I have a question for B also. I know it was mentioned in formal meetings probably some time ago, but like, is a riverfront park also an idea as well? Would that be a place for, could that be a home? Just
That's
throw it
really
out there.
cool too.
like as in the riverfront.
Yeah, that would be cool too. But they're always trying to pull stuff down on the riverfront.
I mean,
Oh,
potentially,
okay.
I don't think it brings the same draw of getting people into downtown.
And
that's our-
Closest to 'em.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we want people off the highway and into
There's
town.
really 2 stores closed on Georgia. The barber store and the pet shop that I used to bring my dogs to get in there. So, I mean, I feel like it's going backwards, not forward.
I know, it's just, I don't know what happened to the.
They went to Baltimore.
Outdoors tonight.
The outdoor store last season just was rough for them with the
Yeah.
late flooding. Unfortunately, their whole summer was
Cause I was thinking,
squashed.
oh, this is
Oh,
great. We're
Dean's
starting to get
Outdoors.
some-
Yeah, because it flooded so late, they couldn't do
Massive
anything all
field
summer,
business.
nobody was in boats.
Yeah.
So, we're working on it though.
Yeah.
We've got big plans for them. Try to convince them to buy our bus and do a bait bus, that way then they can just run it on the weekends, and
There
go
you
down
go.
to the riverfront and sell bait down there.
It's a great
And it'd be
idea.
fun. Work.
Okay, did you have anything else that maybe we missed?
I'm trying to think.
Get issue poles, and that way they could get paid to switch.
Yeah.
Ah, you,
Yes.
you just need to be the pun person. Pun master.
Yeah, that's very good. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, if, you know, if there's some way that we can incorporate the whole thing, I don't,
Yeah, I mean, we can both sew, we can make him costumes for every season, and we'll do it. We will dress him up.
I wanna see this.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll dress him as a leprechaun, as an Easter bunny, he will be the town porch goose.
I would just love to see him in his own environment. And the only reason why I say that is because I think as being in his own environment, he would draw so much more attention. I don't know. Yeah, I just honestly don't know if one location or the other is better than the other, just because right now, if we had the stores on Georgia Street that I would love to see down there, try so hard to get businesses to come here, try so hard to get landlords to fix the buildings so we can get businesses here. Gosh, I can't tell you how many people I've beat on that one.
Good
But
for you, though.
yeah,
We need it.
I'm always trying, you know, like it's just like, I'm on the phone all the time. So, yeah, being part of community betterment also means that I want to see our businesses better. I want to see stores, but when you have building owners that won't take care of the property, and then they, they want somebody to rent their building, but they don't want to fix it, and then they want the renter to fix it, that's not really good. So, it's,
Office space, it's a great deal of money.
yeah,
And you were complimented on that, by the way, probation officer Jenna.
112, South Third Street. It's that building. right there.
it's like right next door to Dr. Garen. Yeah, Dr. Garen's here and then his buildings.
Probation officer on second floor said that that building is awesome.
Yes, it looks
It
so
does.
nice. It does. Yeah, everybody says that.
Yeah.
So yeah, if we could get all the buildings to look like that and the building owners to work on their buildings, yeah, it would be fantastic. Yeah, whether Momo being in Fourth Street Pocket Park would help that situation or not, I don't think so because, yeah, I've been working on that for 15, 12 years. But still have those problems. Got a lot of business or building owners that live out of town. They bought properties as a tax write-off and they're not happy with that. And they don't care if it's falling down. And the roof is falling in and the bricks fall on people. They don't care. And I've literally had somebody tell me that. So I'm like, wow. Yeah.
And maybe it'll get the right person off the highway into our town, drive by and do exactly how we bought our building and go, hello, county assessor, who owns this building? Hello, so-and-so,
We
I would
did
like to buy it.
even did an empty building to a long time.
Yeah.
To, get people to look at the buildings that
Yeah.
were available and have to be rentable.
Yeah,
So, yeah, it's tough because
it is.
they don't want to come and open a business when the building across the street's falling down.
Right.
And that's the comments I got, so.
It's,
And,
unfortunately, it's our elephant to eat,
yeah,
and all we can do is one bite at a time.
exactly. So, yeah,
I wanted to make one comment. So one thing that you should take into consideration, July 5th's not here yet, but given the amount of car signs we've had, a lot of lasting enthusiasm, that I would say the board, and I would hope you'd agree too, that at least on a temporary basis, it would be nice to see, kind of like picture a future scenario that's going to happen. It's the kind of stuff that we want to see here in town. We want to see the lights on downtown. We want to see people talking, having fun, stuff like that. So when July 5th rolls around, if the statue in fact goes there temporarily, imagine just giving it a chance to see the kind of smiles on the face that people see. Because if people have even an inclination, oh, there's a statue being erected, they're going to swarm that thing. And if they have a positive reaction, I think that might say a lot about what's been accomplished. So that's all I would say to take into consideration. I know it seems like a lot of people, I don't really think something like the Pocket Park because I don't, I've just gotten on tours not too long ago and I'm not as invested in I've been to college for a long time, so I don't know the lore of the Pocket Park as well as everybody else does. There's a lot of unspoken history. I'm sure if we could talk, we would go on for hours.
Yes.
But I think we should at least breathe some kind of life into it and let people know more that, acknowledge that it's there and it's not just a piece of land, because even having a statue on there for a day is going to trigger that people's mind. Oh, the Pocket Park,
Right.
So that's just a compliment.
Is there like a location more down Georgia Street? So when they hit Georgia Street, they have to actually drive down Georgia Street to get, not Georgia Street, but whatever road, that. So they actually have to like drive down it
I
and
mean,
see
not
all.
until you hit sunset. I think.
Yeah.
Sunset
Yeah.
would be the only, and then there's, an empty lot across the street from Sunset right from the funeral home, but I don't know
Right.
who owns that empty lot. I know they pile up a lot.
Like
Pretty
more.
good.
Yeah.
We're willing to try to put it for businesses to bring money.
Yeah.
Bring money,
Exactly.
so.
Yeah, I think Momo's a wonderful idea. I'm all for Momo. No objection to Momo at all. It's how we place it, and when we place it, I think is gonna make a difference. Only because there is history with that park.
Mhm.
And if it's handled properly, I think it might work to the benefit as opposed to the detriment.
Hmm.
Because when you my experience with this community is if you upset the wrong people, you're in trouble. No matter what you do good, if you upset people, you're in trouble. So, yeah, if it can be done and done, done to everybody, and there's not somebody spreading bad about it, then, yeah, I think.
Well, I hope, so I was born and raised here. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to attend high school. I was homeschooled. But there's something that I think we all possess, and that's integrity.
Mhm.
We know to do the right thing or the wrong thing, right? We all know that even if a person doesn't acknowledge it, it's like, okay, well, this person probably does better. I think something else to take into consideration is that we have fresh people on these boards now, and they have a view. You have a lot of young talent here coming in and trying to do something. And I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of young people are fleeing the city. They start to think that Louisiana's dumb.
Yeah.
And so having people on our board work diligently to make something happen, and to some extent, some people initially in the beginning stages, you correct me if I'm wrong, it seemed like a lot of people weren't behind the idea, and that was disappointing to me as well, because it's like, I was born and raised here, and I just hear people talk about, oh, we could have had the remote casino and that. It's like, well, before too long, if you keep scaring people off, and I'm just talking hypothetically, you have these generations that keep, bullhorning each other.
Yes,
There's not going to be left,
there you go. There
So,
you go. I agree. That's why I said if it can be done and done in a manner in which it's not getting any backlash, I think it'll work out.
And I think
And
you're never gonna please
You're not gonna
100% of the
please
public.
yes,
But I think at the end of the day, this is something new, this is something exciting, this is something that people are saying, hey, you didn't wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and talk about it.
Mhm.
You made it happen, and it's here,
there you
and
go.
that alone is a feat in this town.
Well, when I first moved here 12 years ago, the first Christmas I was here, I drove down Georgia Street. There was maybe, I don't know, maybe 6 decorations on different poles, and none of them matched, and the lights were burned out. And I was like, what is this? Because I
Right.
came from a community and I came from a 5,000 people. I grew up in Brentwood with my late husband, and I lived in a community with 5,000 people. I mean, they went all out for Christmas. The poles were decorated, the stores were decorated, everything was, gorgeous.
Yeah.
And this was like driving down nothing. I mean, there was nothing.
Yeah.
So that's when I decided, okay, we've got some Christmas decorations. So I started raising money for the snowflakes. We got all of those.
Right.
And then I started raising money for the Christmas tree. We got all of that. Then I started raising money for the decorations. We got all of that. So, it's been a process building that. So, and I'll be honest with you, just saying, oh, well, the heck with the Christmas tree, we're going to stick Momo, which is kind of the way it was put to me, which I was like,
Yeah, absolutely not. No,
we need to talk about this.
no, we love having the
Yeah.
Christmas tree. That's always our marker when people are like, oh, where's your store? We're right next to where the Christmas.
tree.
Yeah, and
So-
so we just want to add to that and have some
Right.
permanence and something, like I said, for the other 49 weeks out of the year.
So if that's something, that can, we can all continue to work together and build on, I'm okay with that. Like I said, we just need to move into it slowly or carefully, so that I love your suggestion, because if Momo's in the corner and the Christmas tree is out front, then you don't have everybody hollering, wow, you stop that stupid Momo, where the Christmas tree is at, whatever.
And I don't know,
Well,
like,
you're
we
right.
haven't,
This market, you hear everything.
he hasn't been officially placed, obviously. Our plan or our hope was to put him where the fountain is. Because there's already that base there,
Okay.
that we would be able to then, because he
And
has
the
to.
fountain does work. So. I don't
Okay,
know
and
if
so
anybody
we-
tested it to turn it on.
I would
but it
say
does work.
we brought that up because I have, since living next to it, I've never seen
Yeah.
somebody so much as dump a gallon of water and plug it in.
It does work. It had, the first couple of years it was up, it worked. We used to cover it in the winter time to keep it from freezing.
Yeah.
So it would have to be expected to make sure that nothing flows over, because I noticed the last few years it hasn't been covered. But we would uncover it for Christmas to decorate it, and then we're gonna have to put all the packing and everything back in and cover it back up again.
And my question for you is, who was originally responsible? Cause I don't know, who was originally responsible for maintaining the fountain?
The city.
Okay.
Yes, the city was.
I guarantee, that they used to have a handmade water collar, it was a big one. And, I had 2 pumps. And if I didn't get those pumps in before the first freeze, I was replacing the 2 pumps coming next spring.
Yeah.
So I guarantee if they haven't done anything to those pumps, they're still out there. They're gonna get to be replaced.
I have a feeling they probably got removed, but then they never got put back. So, yeah, that's something you have to check around and find out where the pumps
I always
are.
loved
The
it.
city would take care of that, so,
The pumps were about $400.
yeah, they're happy.
Okay,
But, yeah, it's a lovely fountain when it's on. So, yeah.
okay. I guess, did you have anything else to add or?
How are we doing on the event? We have everything set?
We'll get to that. I just want our guests to come in and kind of talk with us so that way that there's not some kind of division or unspoken word. But we'll get to that. We actually are kind of short on time to start the meeting, but thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for coming out. I hope I helped in some ways, so, yeah,
No, it's good to hear from you.
okay, thank you. Thank you for asking me. I appreciate coming out. Now I'm gonna go home and unload my car. And take a shower.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
I'm just throwing this out there real quick. The only thing that I have just on my end is I was gonna talk about vendor placements. Cause unless you have the outlets firmly burned into your head where they're at, I was gonna probably take a walk with Clint, the city administrator, and go over that. So I have the map and I have all the requirements already right there in front of me. And I
We're
also,
bringing a generator.
okay, bring a generator.
We also have one in that we can bring to,
Okay.
so.
I basically just marked a bunch of stuff that I wanna pass as far as any, board votes. I wanna get her reimbursed for some of the stuff, like the ads and stuff, and get that out of the way. It's okay. If we did, I don't remember, but
I think-
can we
I
just
think we did.
reiterate?
Yep.
Okay,
No, that's fine.
yeah,
What about Bounce House?
No.
we'll get to that.
Okay,
So,
jump the gun, sorry.
That's fine. So I want to run through these, I'm gonna go through all the finances. The list is right here. That shows all the items that we have. We have roughly $13,000, and that even includes a radio. We paid a radio, I think it's Viper radio, I think that came out, yeah.
Okay.
So, that's all the itemized stuff as of
Yeah,
today.
they're the ones out of, /Troll.
Okay. So here's the thing. I had to be committed to this because I didn't want to have to worry about it, stress out about it. We had special event insurance, so we're covered for the event. The agreement is make sure that all the vendors have proof of insurance, which should be a problem. They sign yes on it. If they don't, you turn them away. So that was $1,207.50 special event insurance with the taxes and concession. Brian White. All those in favor of authorizing that money, say aye. Okay. None are opposed, okay. Okay, we're gonna reiterate this because every second of every day I have to check an email or I have to write a post or something for 2 years and I do IT stuff, so I want to reconfirm this. It was $115, I believe, that was owed to you because you put $115 for 2 ads, which by the way, have made a huge difference in our advertising.
I feel like too.
We have over 100 likes on some of our stuff and our analytics are over 100,000. So that little amount of money went a long way early. Those ads, I believe, expire probably tomorrow. I still have the events themselves with the promotion.
I set them for July 4th.
You said for July 4th?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm.
Yeah.
So all
I
those in
think I don't
favor of reimbursing Casey for the ads for $150, aye. And then, city administrator, enterprise director got together. We will be charged $1,000 for porta potties for 2 days. They will clean those. They can install them early because a lot of people actually don't want to work on July 4th for obvious reasons. So they're going to install them early and clean them out. So for 2 days, I think it's roughly both days. I think you can pay like $500 a day. So you can find my knowledge right, Saturday, so combined, they just give it $1,000 estimate. So there'll be a total of 10 porta potties. So all those in favor of authorizing $1,000, say aye.
Alright,
Okay.
do we know where those are going?
That will probably have the same schematic that Colin has. I think there might be two going by Mercantile Bank. I'll have to check the city tomorrow and get those. We could probably make last.
Okay, just, I think they usually put some on Fourth Street.
Okay.
That's where the motorcycles are. So, just keep that in mind.
Did you have a recommendation or a change you wanted?
No.
Okay,
If that's where they go, that's where they go, that's fine. I just keep that in mind, that's where the bikes are gonna be.
Also, you got a lot of those toys you authorized for that.
Yeah,
Stuff.
I need to get those to you to get to Riley, I guess. It was like 900, feel like, is what I told you.
Okay, if you bring all that stuff in, all your receipts and stuff, then Alyssa can just bring it.
Okay.
Okay, I wanna bring up another thing, I did not get a response from the MTV sign place next door to Frankie Ruby's, the door is locked. I texted them and their phone number has a weird voicemail I've never heard before, something to do with check your phone's URL. I'm like, oh, this is intriguing me as a computer science person. So I will get into that. But I paid $150 with a tax exempt form for a stage sign for the main stage at Quincy, I think it's called Pro Quincy Sign or something like that. But as soon as I get the invoice on time and stuff, can I get reimbursed by $150?
Yeah.
Okay, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Last thing I'm gonna bring up, and then you guys can have at it. We should allocate some money for refreshments for any volunteers or stage performers, something like that. Maybe like cold drinks or something. What would be a healthy amount to allocate? Like, just sodas, all that stuff. So they want to get there, they have something to drink, whatever. Like, should we buy lunch for them? Do they buy their own lunch?
Oh, gosh.
I mean, I would just provide water
Yeah,
personally,
yeah, that's what I would do too.
yeah, and I mean. Water and maybe like some Dollar Tree, like hard candies in case anybody's blood sugar gets low. Just like lollipops, Jolly Ranchers, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know how much bottled water costs.
Okay.
I'd simply buy pieces of water regularly.
I feel like Woodrow gets a case of water from the dollar,
Yeah,
so like
they-
$4, $3,
Like
$4.
Yeah, it's cheap.
Yeah,
Okay, well then, should I authorize $50 for hard candy water? Sure. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, I am, I think I'm done with that, I just want to make sure. I'm up there. Okay. Yes,
I have a bunch of stuff, so does everybody want me to go first or last?
I don't really have anything,
I'm
so,
nice.
yeah.
So, is the Elks doing a beer garden?
well, okay. All right, hold on.
Oh, give him a call.
I'll just call.
Yeah, because I have another question.
What time are we getting here to start setting up? I'm thinking like 7 in the morning.
Half my Saturday, so we have to go all the way out to St. Charles. We have to wake up at 3 to be able to leave by 4 to make it there by
Hey,
6.
I was gonna ask, is the Elks Lodge gonna have a beer garden or anything? It's my understanding the show starts at 11. Are you talking about the car show or the live entertainment? You talking about the car show or the live entertainment? Car show starts at 10 a.m. Okay, is there gonna be any entrance fee or anything like that, or are they just come in and buy stuff? All right, B just wanna know.
Wait, I have another question.
Oh, wait, hold on, sorry, what?
Can the guys with trailers park in the Elks lot? that are trailering their cars in?
Any of the people that are trailering their vehicles in, are they able to park at the Elks Lodge temporarily?
It would be for the car.
It'd be the car show. Okay, that's all I want to know. Thank you. Bye. So
You
he,
guys have been asking me about trailer parking, and I'm like, the Elks is the biggest parking lot, but I know that's a private lot, I don't wanna tell them yes, and then get yelled at.
okay, so it's been confirmed there. He's working with Bill on that right now. It should be 11 o'clock on that day.
Okay, but they'll be open?
Yes.
Okay, and trailers can park there, that is.
Yeah, he said there shouldn't be.
That is fantastic, that
But
helps
that's
out.
at the Elks Lodge, they're not gonna have a tent or anything, or are they?
I think they'll have something out front, so I know.
Hopefully, they'll.
Yeah.
Also, you guys, unless you want tourism to the meeting. This is pretty-
Oh.
Do we have anywhere set aside for vendors to park? If not, can we just tell them all to park on South Carolina on that block? That way that already looks full and we don't have people trying to drive down and looking for parking.
It's a good idea.
I was saying about that, your vendors are gonna go, ooh, who are you supposed to park? Just have them park
And I
right there.
assume that the park, city park.
Oh.
And that was my thought, but I was like, if we just have them park there, then people are less likely to be trying to drive that close if it is just full all day. You know what I mean? Cause those guys aren't gonna be going anywhere. Were you able to find big fans for the storm?
City administrator, check with the enterprise director, have not heard.
Frank and Ruby will be donating a sunshade for the day to go over the stage. I have been fully yelled at about not having one. We have a 10x15 tent. It's a vendor tent. So we're gonna put that up. It is wider, obviously, than the stage. Trey's gonna manufacture some kind of pole, something that will lift up those back two legs and ensure it's secure.
Yes, more of these on us.
I know, right?
We need tips for that. So is Momo going in the pocket park?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm not.
Okay, so these next two kind of go together. So we're gonna announce the car show trophies in the pocket park. Just because the only real time to do it based on the stage schedule is when you're doing the call and the walk. So I was like, well, that's, the one time slot, but you have two. And so,
We have a sound system there.
yes, yeah, we do. We have, some speakers and a microphone, also courtesy of Sarah Otis Madden. So we have that. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up the stage schedule so I can look at it. Okay, so Momo Call and Patty Walk are happening at 2:45.
Yeah.
So my goal, because I'm having the judges do their job between like 12 and 2 is what I've told them. My goal is to get them to start judging at 11, but I don't know if we'll still be having people drive in.
Yeah.
So I would like to start announcing trophies by 3. That way, if I can get these guys out of here early, they're gonna be sitting there with hot.
Yeah.
So my thought was with Momo going in the pocket part, when you get up to announce the Momo Call and the Patty Walk,
You mean when she announces?
Yes.
Okay.
So, well, really, and here's kind of the question, because our plan is unveil Momo, do car show awards.
Oh, so you're doing Momo unveiling early in the day.
Yeah, we were gonna go middle of the day.
Gotcha. Okay. I was still thinking it was
There.
like Stormy or like unveiled and Stormy comes out and everyone just like falls out. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I don't know, I was like, just, my thought is that gets more people down to the car show to also see the car show awards being
Yeah.
handed out. you know, kind of boost those guys
Yeah.
ego. So do we want to potentially cut Rob short or have him start that 15 minutes earlier so that maybe he's done at like 2:30? And then the stage has a 15-minute break while everybody walks down the unveil Momo. If you're not going down to the patty walk, you can stay for the car show awards.
Sure, I mean,
It's okay
yeah,
with me, cause I mean, Rob's,
He's what?
he's still getting paid, I'll-
yeah,
Yeah, I figured because you only
Yeah.
have best Momo costume at noon.
yeah, cause it's hot and noon, yeah.
Yeah, and you're going from one acoustic to another. I don't think they will need that full 45
Yeah.
minutes. So if we can just move that up, and we can call that audible, just to kind of see, because I don't know if I'll be able to tally that quickly either.
Yeah,
Because I will have to get all my scorecards back and tally. But yeah, I was like, if we can maybe move him up just a little bit, that way we can plan the unveiling for 2:30.
Okay.
That way it's not during the other two competitions. It's not really during anybody's set, but as Rob's walking off, you can say, hey, I'm out of here. They're gonna unveil
There you
the
go.
Momo statue down there. Let's all walk.
yeah, yeah.
Everybody comes down, they unveil. Trey says his little speech.
And if there's nobody down here for the contest, that's fine. I mean,
Well, and I think people are still planning to be there for those. That's why I don't wanna
yeah,
split the crowd.
yeah,
Between the unveiling and that, but I think splitting the crowd between watching car show awards and watching that contest, not a ton of people are gonna wanna see who won car show, cause it's not public voting.
yeah,
So that's mostly just gonna be all the car guys wanting
Yeah.
one.
but yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Cool.
So I'm staying at 2:45 or am I bumping that up to 2:30?
No, you stay at 2:45, we're just gonna bump Rob up if
Okay.
possible. That way I can unveil at 2:30. But yeah, I would still plan the call and patty walk for 2:45. So my other big ask is I will need help as cars are driving to direct. And help people say, here's the parking lot, if you're trailering, you're in Legendary Showcase, you go this way, you're in regular parking, you go this way. So if I can just have some extra hands to stand at the corner of 79 in Georgia, just to direct. I'm gonna have somebody running the registration tent for me. But just that way I can flow back and forth, because I know it's gonna be somebody needs to go there, somebody needs to go there. And I don't want anybody to show up at the stop sign and go,
What time are you meeting them?
really from 9 to 10, but probably closer to like 8:30.
I can tell you that, as long as I'm not, you know,
Yeah, I just wasn't sure what everybody else
Oh,
was
yeah.
gonna be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get all my stuff. I don't even know where I'm
I
gonna
have
be
nothing
at,
to
to be
do
honest.
but.
Where's my kid corner gonna be?
Like it.
I don't know.
Wherever.
We
Yeah,
can
I
just
wasn't
have
sure
that-
what everybody else had to do
Okay,
that.
This is gonna be a long meeting.
Yeah.
Are we making you tired? No?
Yeah, so I can help with that.
I'm
after
tired
everyone's
of seeing
lined up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
I need people
Yeah.
I think
directing
we're
and saying,
who's.
okay, you're pulling up right here, you're pulling up right here.
Okay. Yeah,
All
we
of
can,
that.
we can get that done.
Okay, cause it's, some of the guys know where they're going, just cause they've been here for the Chris Brown show. A lot of these guys don't, a lot of these guys have never been here before, they're coming from like,
Like Chris, like Leanna.
Where's
No.
no, it's like
I seen them in
Chris
Chicago
Brown,
one time.
a brown thumb in the middle.
Oh,
They put up
Oh.
And not the lead singer of Travis.
Yeah, just, I mean, realistically, I would say if I could have help from 8 to 10, because like I said, a lot of these guys are coming from like 3 hours away. They want to get here
Oh, for sure.
stupid early.
Yep.
And they have been told the streets will be blocked off at 8, so they're gonna show up at 8.
Well, I'll get here at 6 to set my little corner up and then I'll just be here for you.
Okay, so, yeah, because we're gonna set our booth up and then Trey will be around as well. I think they're gonna try to set the statue Friday night.
Okay.
Is the plan there. We have confirmation that the streets will be blocked off at 8 AM, correct?
If not, it's not a big deal. Actually, Nick came to my office and gave me a proposed route expanding a little bit more than this map is, like showing more avenues for blocking stuff off. So I'll just get a thing from him to reconfirm that because there's times when he's not in the office. So things between him, the enterprise director, and Clay, who oversees distribution, I think they're all going to work in conjunction to make these things happen for us. So I'm not posting it started, but I'm sure.
I mean, it's just imperative that the street is blocked off before I
Can you-
start parking cars.
Can you send me a text and a reminder email, like my brain's fresh in the morning? I'll say,
In the
oh,
morning?
yes, that'd be.
Yeah, it's just because they're gonna be parking at a 45-degree angle,
Yeah.
those streets have to be blocked.
Absolutely.
On that same note, I know we spoke about it. We need to get signs on the businesses on Georgia Street, letting them know that no parking past midnight on Friday.
The city administrator has been notified. He has talked to Clayton about that. That's all I've heard from that. And Janine Kelly is aware that the festival's happening, so that stuff will not be.
Yeah, I spoke to her guys this morning as well, and I was like, what are you guys doing? You have this out of the way? And they're done on Thursday, so.
So Janine, what is she in?
She owns
So next to the sport, this pretty.
Who's the one that owns next to the bridge?
Raymond.
So she's having a psychic and tarot card reading during the festival. Okay.
I don't know what that's about, but yes. It's,
What is that place even? What is?
it's only,
Oh.
they're an antique. Right next.
Oh, yeah.
Which
Can I bring up something really quick? I talked to Bill White and he'll be selling merch after he's done with the products. So I'd like to be able to find maybe a foldable table somewhere. And I think after he's done selling merch, I think other people who have merch, they should sell that merch there too.
we have 3 tables. I'm gonna use one. Widow's gonna use one. This we have extra ones.
Yes, fair one?
Yeah.
Okay, that works.
So generator and
I don't even know where I'm getting a table for registration.
Hey, and could you read, you said something about basically something covering the stage, right?
Yes,
Okay, Frank and Ruby is donating what?
it's a vendor tent.
Okay.
That will go over the stage.
The main stage, right?
you said you're needing a table?
Potentially, I
You
don't
should
know.
just like take a table from like in City Hall.
You can find them.
We have tables, we usually take both of ours to events, but I don't know that he'll take both of them for our vendor setup this time. Just because he'll be by himself, so having that other table actually is more of an issue, it's a whole other activity. But we are doing a blessing of the bikes at 11. The bridge is performing, doing that, I don't know. You perform a lesson, separate phrase. So that is happening. That's good to go.
And 8 to 10 a.m. or verbally like people to help you direct calls.
Yes.
Volunteered.
Because I got confirmation, we can have trailers parked at H&B as well. In their back parking lot, so long as they don't block their drive-through, because their drive-through is still open until. But I talked to them today. So those are good.
So I'm just gonna try to be like a Renaissance man. If people need my help, I'll improvise. But I'll warn you that vendors, they're gonna, I think they start setting up Saturday. So there might be a lot of running back.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I figured, and that's why I didn't want to place myself at the corner. But if we all need to, swap Rudy and trade out, like that way, hey, they're needed, please come. Right.
We're just gonna have to clone her.
Shouldn't the
Yeah.
vendors be set up on Friday though?
They don't have to be.
Okay.
We've just been saying if you don't want us, or if you don't have to. Some of the car guys are bringing out tents, just for shade. They have all been told they have to be waiting. But, so everybody's not like, why ain't it done that? I told them, they're a billion years old, it's gonna be hot.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, you do, as long as it's weighted down, you're fine. And so looking for judges. Realistically, like four. Like, I can make it work with less, I would like to have four. They don't have to be experts, we can walk them through it, the scoring is very simple. It's a 50-point judging system with 5 categories, each one worth 10 points. And I have videos I can send them, say, hey, here's how you judge a car show.
I'll just throw this out here. Have you thought about asking the mechanics account?
I know Got is participating. That's part of my plan for tomorrow is to go around and ask. I was,
This closed. Oh, and then there's first campus, the son works here, yeah, so.
yeah, I was warned that sometimes asking mechanics can get weird because they'll be persnickety about it and they're just there to fix things that go wrong. They don't necessarily enjoy cars as much.
Yeah.
It's kind of a career where you kind of hate your career. But Got is gonna be a judge.
Well, how about Brown? The Browns, they own a car a lot, maybe they like cars.
They have not responded to anything I have said.
Really?
So I'm gonna, like I said before, I'm not saying anything ill of the Browns, but I know that when Chris was alive, and this is from a confident source, they would go and they would go to like the Diamond City car shows and do judging and stuff, and they bring home reports all the time. Like they know their stuff about it. Well, I know that a couple of times whenever there was a car show here, there's a comment that was made that was those people going, that kind of thing. And so there might be some kind of like different mindset when it comes to that. Like some people might look at it and be like, oh, what is this worth my time? I don't know if that's what their opinion is or not, but I've tried to reach out to the Browns a couple of times too, just for simple things like if they'd be interested in like Charger or not, and just their response.
All right,
So just anybody knows anybody that's friendly but can be objective. Well, let me know. They get a free t-shirt out of it. So I think that's about all I have. Getting the elk slot. Since you have more of a relationship with them than I do. And I'm just gonna double check my notes out that I didn't write anything else down. Because having the elk slot means I don't need to ask the question of can we use the middle school backlot. So I think we're good there. And not that this is pertinent to right now, but before we start thinking about next year.
I've already got a whole list of next year's things.
Yeah, so I spoke with a woman, I don't know if you guys have been in like downtown St. Charles. They have the dog in front of the businesses that's been painted, it's like a big concrete dog. They did that as a fundraiser for the city. And so like they paid to have mold made, and then the businesses bought the statue. And then it was up to the business to have it painted.
Okay.
We have floated the idea of getting the Momo statue scanned and getting a mold made of him, and then we could pour concrete
Yeah,
and pour those molds and do that as a fundraiser.
I like that.
Potentially for next year, but not only just to sell them, but to have artists paint them that day, almost like the painting with the stars, but bring the artist out and say, okay, you have 12 hours, paint your Momo. And they can work with the business to, what do you want it to look like? This going in front of your store, whatever, what have you, or, if the business is just sponsoring it, they want to raffle it off and donate it to the library or the food pantry, however we want to go about that.
I think that would actually, like, if you put like on Facebook, like ordering, I think people in town would actually want some, and that would actually generate. Yeah, I would want. Yeah.
Well, and that was our thought, was to do like 2-foot ones
Mhm.
that you could put on your porch. But then have 3 4-foot ones that could go in front of your business and also hold their
There
little
you go.
sign. Cause then you have your little chalkboard open sign or whatever.
Okay. I like that.
So to have it in multiple sizes, and that would be a great
That's
fundraiser.
all.
And a lot of towns have something like that, whether it's the dog statue or the guitar or, whatever the town is known for.
Yeah.
You see those little things all over the place. But Beth did send me that email. I have not opened it. But she sent me everything that they did and how they raised the money and all of that, how they went about that. And she spearheaded that whole project, so if we would like to speak to her about it, we absolutely can. She was really sweet about it. She said it went over great. They sold 25 of them, because it was like the 250 anniversary or something. But they sold 25 of them. Only one ever got stolen. She's like, I don't even know how they stole it because they're bolted into a concrete base. Somebody stole one. Some businesses have since sold them off or auctioned them off if they were leaving their location and the next tenant didn't want it. They just sold it,
So
raffled
you're
it.
telling me that there's a person that's into statues, like the same type of people that are into Cadillac converters and cars. There's a statue for.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the
She was like, I don't know how they did it
thing.
because it's a solid concrete statue, but
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
yeah, but they've apparently been out there for like almost 15 years.
Wow.
And she's like, nothing's ever really been done to them. She's like, I haven't heard of any of them that have been vandalized or anything like that. It was up to whoever bought it, you're in charge of getting it painted.
Yeah.
Some people hired, some people did it themselves, some people let the elementary school do it,
Yeah.
whatever. It's yours now. You bought it from us. But I thought that would be a cool idea to go into next year.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
great. Keep the momentum going.
the moment.
Hey,
Fun
his funds are
intended.
contagious. I have to join them.
My funds have run out. I've been doing too much t-shirt work.
More.
I've had to make, strawberry puns, tomato puns, barbecue puns. Really hard to make barbecue puns that are raunchy.
Hmm.
Got there.
Anybody else have anything to add? So, given the map that you have here, I guess I'm just gonna assume that I'm gonna have authority over saying, hey, you have to park here, you need this plug.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like I said, as long as we get that spot on the corner by the car show. Yeah, that one's. me.
okay. A kettle corn person has requested they want to be here as well, because they want classrooms.
So I would like for Tommy to kind of be upfront. Kind of like the first vendor, or like, kind of like the most prominent vendor.
Okay, so. I think it's fine. And this list will be beautified and all that. This actually takes like a lot of stress on everything.
So the vendors will just be right here.
There's food vendors too right there.
Yeah, because then there's still vendors in the parking lot.
Like when you walk down to like the vendors, like what spot would be a good spot for him? Because I kind of want him to be kind of like the showman, like the.
You're painting the canvas on this, I think, or the color palette. Use the color palette you're painting. I think.
Because who is it?
Tommy,
Look at it, right?
look at it.
Tommy Springfield.
Food, phenomenal. Absolutely. And this man has been trying to get a business. And I said, I will try to help you out because his food deserves a business. He deserves a restaurant. Because he is amazing.
Alright, so I'm just pulling up the map on my
Uh,
computer.
And just,
Does he have a truck or is he a tent?
He's a 10.
Okay.
and just for the record, regardless of where you walk on the side, or all the food looks yummy. So all the
Oh, for sure.
I'll probably be getting a lot.
Because does he need electric?
Yeah. Yes, yes.
Yeah, so I have,
Do we have electric
we have all the specs for that.
to the river or is it just along the train tracks?
So he wants 120 volt, 20 amp.
Oh, you have all that? Oh,
Yeah,
nice. Okay.
he wanted, let's see.
Where do we have those open?
That's what I need to find out tomorrow.
Gotcha.
Because here's the good news. So we actually don't have a whole lot of, J&M Food and the taco stand are the ones that want 50 amp, which are right by the home tracks.
Okay.
And so if you look at it, it just needs 120 volt 20 amp. And Brooke has firstly requested to have the outlet box by the gazebo with those two trees. right
That's where
there.
she was last year too.
Yeah. she
Yeah.
wants that spot.
Yeah.
So we actually have pretty good logistics. The Teriyaki Tradesman is also gonna be a vendor. They need water.
Where do we have?
Oh.
that?
Good point.
Where are they gonna be?
Wherever there's water, apparently.
I think.
Like when they say water.
Like a water
running water?
hookup?
Yes.
Like a hookup.
Like a hookup, like an RV hookup.
I
Um,
believe there's one,
So that would put them,
at like 25, maybe. I believe there's one over by like 23 to 25.
They just need something.
Alright.
I'll be called all in advance.
Yeah, I don't know where there's water along the riverfront, but I believe there's water.
That's a Clinton question. You would know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, but they'll be about right
That's,
here.
yes, that's close. No, the center, right,
Strimble.
yeah. from the house.
Hmm.
Frankfurt,
That'd be a long road.
yeah.
So Brooke is on the riverfront.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's going, what, where that last
Yeah.
activity one is?
Oh, I don't know, I just wanna do them good, that's all.
That is it.
Okay, let's just do,
Or no, Brooke will be at 4. You said by the gazebo?
The one closest to the boat ramp.
Oh, okay, yeah, so where that last one's marked.
so right here,
Yeah, closest to the school.
okay, so let's just put Tommy at 5 then.
Yeah, that makes sense, because does Brooke need sole access to that power box, or can she share the power box?
Oh, yeah, he has.
You call her up.
Because what is she plugging in?
Exactly. Oh, she does the cooler, like the ice maker and stuff. Yeah,
I can, what kind of flyer do you want? I can get it printed. Before you leave.
Oh, for the,
Oh, yeah. Do you want one printed or do you want it emailed? Okay, I'll get you a printed. Yeah, okay, let me call Brooke, and you said, is she willing to share that plug outlet, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what the voltage is on, like the 125 and the 150.
I mean, most people can share.
Yeah.
Like, I just know, like, we can, because we are looking into heating element.
Yeah,
And so
so Tom is gonna have like a fryer and like a grill and all that, so. I feel like he probably need his own.
They want their voicemail on me, text her, I'll just say, share the box. I'll say it in Pinhead. No, you see Pinhead, please, judge your show box. Judge me, I grew up watching it, so I want to.
You know what, let me just take a picture of it and just ask Tommy where it is.
Yeah, because I've just been telling the partial guys that we'll be at that corner, that way that's. I will say though, I would suggest next year for the city to hire us. And take somebody off.
Also, I want to apologize, for some reason, merchant license I sent out, digital form is not saving text inside of boxes. So the thing that Woodrow had said.
Is that why you asked him again?
I don't remember, but I have I think I'm just gonna go to all the vendors with a piece of paper and say, can you fill something?
Okay.
I'm not gonna overwhelm them, because some people are like,
Has everyone paid?
no, so,
I have Tommy's money in my Venmo account. So,
Okay, so you're the
so
owner.
he's good.
Okay, so let's see. The Long Church has his Venmo, but they're exempt.
Yeah.
Okay. Woodrow already PayPal?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's probably why those funds are locked, right? That's probably what's wrong. So Lulu Shave Dive's already paid. Taco Truck is gonna pay tomorrow, actually. It's gonna come to them. I would assume Franklin would be already paid, cash.
Yes, I dropped off the check directly to her.
Jan Food has not paid yet. Hairkeep Trade didn't get cash paid yet.
J&M Food should have dropped a check off.
Who?
J&M, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have dropped a check off or will be dropping a check off.
Okay, I'll make a check mark of that. It's so good. I haven't got anything from them. I haven't signed the Google form yet, but they will. Harry Tomala Crafts has paid, submitted proof of insurance, she's good to go.
Cause what does she?
Crafts, little.
Little crafts, a little kind of snack thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's pretty sweet. Look at it. They chose Cash App. She said that you got that
Yeah,
already.
I got it.
So Army National Guard also sent. Just a few people I just need to make forms.
Okay.
And then also, again, just letting the board know, Jared Wilkinson signed up for as a wood person, but cannot do the woodwork because for some reason, he filled out the
He dropped
information. Dropped the insurance thing, we were, I don't understand that. I do not agree to show proof of insurance. I just,
Some people with black money.
that's true.
Me and my health insurance right now.
I know from
Who needs it?
experience. Okay,
I will bring I guess I don't really need to bring in my receipts for trophies, since I raised that money and I can just get that directly.
between you and Melissa.
That's what I figured. I ended up, just so that we all know,
No, there's no,
for, how many trophies did I get? Like 90? It was a lot. It felt like a bajillion. I had to individually put every one of those stupid nameplates in there. Okay, yes, so I got 95 trophies. 40 of them are those, 55 of them are just a basic, they don't have our emblem in them, those are for second place. And then, like the free categories that are just, that's Monster Team, stuff like that, I wanted them to still get a trophy. So for those 95 trophies, it came out to 676. We did raise 450. We had another sponsor came in last minute. But aside from Frank and Ruby covering the difference, but so outside of Frank and Ruby money, we did raise 450 with sponsorship for the trophies.
very nice.
Ultimately, we ended up paying 676. So I don't feel like that's awful. For the first year, we covered 2/3 of it. And really Frank and Ruby covered the rest of it as a sponsorship. And so I just put us on a couple trophies. We took trucks. But yeah, so not too bad. I'll let everybody know, hopefully tomorrow, how much we've already raised from the car show. I don't have those official numbers yet. That screenshot you sent me, those are the only people that have paid through the apps, correct? For the car show. You sent me a screenshot like last week.
To my knowledge, yeah.
I just want to make sure before I'm going through all of them and setting up their packet, so that way I can put how much to owe.
Well, if there's any discrepancies, I can just make a quick run to City Hall, or I can pull the app on my phone with them. That's one of the main problems.
I've had a lot of people calling me this week that are like, hey, I signed up a month ago and I checked this and it's still not working.
We'll just have to embrace that. There's gonna be rough edges this time of the year. We're gonna be learning a lot of stuff. So I might not have all that stuff like cohesive organized, but I will make any effort I have to make sure that, hey, try to get help with this stuff.
Can I give you the cash after everybody's registered, since 99% of these guys are gonna be paying cash day up? It's gonna be true.
This one.
Do you want me to hang on to that, or just until next
Actually,
Wednesday?
you know what you should do? You should hang on to it. Because if you give it to me, I'm just gonna put it. Or you could bring it in with Alyssa.
Oh, I thought I would bring it in next Wednesday and we'll like cover the table.
Oh,
with
for
it.
sure.
Oh,
We can all get a chance to roll around.
but then he comes in and he has one of those money guns.
Perfect, yeah. Yeah, and then we'll all chase it around like Stobo, like those boxes when we were kids.
What makes you feel
Gatorade.
comfortable?
Um,
The reason why I'm kind of iffy, like, I just don't like touching cash very often is because, this whole question always comes up of, oh, well, you're not bonded or something. No one's actually come out and said that, but it's still like a thing that's kind of thrown around. It's like, okay,
April, what's it gonna be around for,
not necessarily, I've already asked her. She doesn't know that she's gonna be in town that day.
what about Tim, is he gonna be in town?
I would assume so. He's running a beer garden.
Because what I'm worried about is if you're carrying, I don't know how much money, but
Right.
if you're carrying $1,000 on
Oh, for sure, yeah.
that's, it's a little dangerous.
Yeah,
I'd like to, just from a safety point of view, to have her, get a receipt, hand that off to Tim or somebody else. And put it safe.
yeah, cause I mean,
It's a lot drawer.
I'll have to count it at the end of the day anyway. Because we'll have t-shirt money in there as well. And so I'll have a whole list of this is what they paid for the cars, or this is what they paid for the t-shirt. So the t-shirt money comes to Frank and Ruby. Registration money goes to the city. But yeah, I would prefer to handle that.
Can you hand it out to Brooke, since she's part of,
She's.
Probably not Brooke.
no, okay.
They're open now, say. It's
Just drop it off to home seat.
Right to the bank.
You just drop it home seat quickest.
Like if I walk in, where does LMC bank?
People,
People,
Community.
okay,
There you
I just-
I'll reconfirm with this tomorrow.
okay, I just don't know that by noon, I would have the time to have separated all that cash.
I can help you too.
Okay, I just, you know what I mean, because then I'll have to take my starting bank out that I needed for change, get the t-shirt money out. Count it 12 times to make sure my list matches my bank.
Do you, okay, well, here's the thing, I'll ask you this. You already talked to Alyssa, but if I see Alyssa tomorrow, do you want me to ask her what is the best course of action for this, since we don't have any treasure apparatus on standby?
Yes.
Or do you want to talk? I can talk to her, I have no problem, I just,
Yeah, if you can just ask her what our best plan of action is, once that money's been collected, what I can do with it Saturday night.
okay.
If Tim's around, we could bring in the phone and lock up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll be around.
Yeah, I can't guarantee that I would get to count it immediately.
Also, he's a signatory as well, or whatever, so.
Well, and the bank has just like that drop, right?
Yeah, but that's not a good way to do it.
Okay.
It's not a good.
Cash is just always gonna be a sketchy thing, no matter who.
I don't like.
I like cash too, but the problem is you gotta make sure that people are, that's why you get the receipts.
Yeah.
That they got this one, and the problem is with putting in a Dropbox.
Yeah.
There's no way to do that.
No, that's fair. Okay, we'll figure that out. Like I
I
said,
got a deposit messed up with Wells Fargo in Florida because they said that I didn't deposit what I deposited. I was like, and I never keep my receipts, and it just so happens that I got that one. Yeah, I was like, this is shit. And I don't ever deposit cash through an ATM or anything anymore.
no,
I don't, yeah, I won't make any sense.
Want that receipt, want.
Yep.
right,
So
like I said,
setting up
worst
the
comes to
account.
worst, I can hang on. If I know it's gonna be a busy day, we're all gonna be running around like chicken quick. So if it's easiest for me to just hang on to that cash box,
Do you have a lockbox one?
so we can work that out.
Or you could just turn it into an episode of Mr. Beast and say, I have $1,000 in this lockbox, but here's the plot twist, it's inside with an almost edge. I have 20 contestants trying to get to the house.
Yeah, if that's the case, if I am gonna hang on to it, I might just grab somebody to sit there and count it with me so that we can both sign something saying, yes, we both counted this money, this is what's in there, this is what. You, with the form that says, here's the car show entries. So, okay, let's all vote.
Um,
Oh, wait a minute, where's my, can my kids' corner be in this area?
no, because we don't have permission.
Oh, is that the lot that we
Yeah.
can't?
You,
So,
you can be really creative with your games here, this. And just think, because you're covered through general liability or special administration.
oh, and vendors won't be right here, will they?
Well, we
I
have,
prefer them not to.
well, see, we have
Okay.
spots, we can place them. And
Yeah.
if you just work with me tomorrow, maybe we could, you have free time tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we can brainstorm something down there, try to talk to Clint, figure out where that's going.
Sounds good, okay.
All right,